Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Ultimate General Civil War with me, your host Luckymarine. And the first call I've put in a few more men actually. I've taken all the horses out, I've taken all the cannons out, just chucked everything in the third corps, and the space that we had left open to us I just filled out with infantry. We have nothing in the second corps, so as Chancellorsville, as Chancellorsville requires 2 corps, they're pretty much full. I was like, well, we might as well have them both as full as we can. Now, I'm going to put the majority of, well, all our cannons. Starting off, I think, just because it takes a while for the cannons to get into position, and on big maps like this, sometimes they can enter midway through a fight and just not be effective, not get to the places where they need to be in order to put the fire down. So I'm going to try and avoid that by putting them in the very first lump. I think, maybe. We'll see how it works. Yeah, we know this. It's going to be a hard fight, and the longer it goes on for, the harder it's going to get. That's what she said. Now, historically, I think the Union outnumbered the Confederates to a ratio of about 2 to 1. The Confederates took 60,000 to this location and then split their forces up. Stonewall Jackson marched all the way around the back of the Union line, well, to the side of the Union line actually, and crumpled its flank here. It's also where Stonewall died. Well, he received injuries that were pertinent to his death. Got shot in the arm, ended up having his arm amputated, survived the operation, but ended up dying of pneumonia, I believe. Complications after the event. No, don't go through the woods. Now I want to take these two as quickly as we can, and then we're going to form up a line somewhere here. This is going to be hard to take, and they're going to have lots of people, so I need to be careful. I want you lot can just walk that way. We'll detach skirmishers from all 3 of these units. And they can give us some vision on the map. As for the units themselves, I don't think I want you going willy-nilly. Just go up the road. I'll be slightly quicker. Than having to march through the woods. Right, cannons. Same deal with you. Up to at least that point. I will decide what to do with you when you get to that crossroads. Chances are we're going to bring them into like here, and then roll them up through cover of these woods to get as close as we can in cover, to put shell down or canister if it gets to that. Right, you 3 again. Let's split skirmishers off from you lot. Yeah. The main force can go up the road. Come on, Sims. Waiting for you. Skirmishers out. Where they go, and the parent units as well. the same kind of place. Okay. I'd have liked a few horses. I know I put at least, I think there's at least 3 units of horse. Did I not tell you to go? There's at least 3 units of horse in this call. I'd have liked 1 straight away, but oh well. Pick it, let's just get you up here as well. I will speed up just a little bit. So if we're bringing troops into like here and here, and the fight's going to be here, then the cannon's going to have a long way to roll themselves. Oh, skirmishers, get you up. Let's go. So we want to use the road as much as we can, or the roads as much as we can. Wow, cannons keeping up with infantry units just because they're on a road. I didn't realise they were that effective. Let's get in these woods. Again, into these woods. Let's get across here and here. No one's been spotted just yet. That surprises me. I thought that we would be here. I thought they'd be waiting for us. Doesn't look like it. Unless they're marching into position the same way as we are. Oh, here we go. He's marching straight to that point there. Can we get around the side of him? Let's get you across into these woods. Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe not. Although you haven't been seen yet. No, you have. Get yourself away. You'll not be in range. What is this? Alright, you get back. You get on defensive position. Maybe not. I think you get more range. Not more range. I think a bit more of the map will open up to you when you're on the defensive position. It makes you spotted by everyone, but I think it increases your sight lines. I'm not certain though. So let's not get on that point. Just stand off it. You as well. Just stand off. In fact. We can take some cheeky shots on exposed cannon. We'll do that. Okay, so we're not going into this bit of the woods. Looks like the defensive position curls up all the way around. Yep. So it's not as if we could be able to get flanking shots there. Alright, you come back down here. One, two, three, four. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Yeah, we've got enough people to sort this out. Cannon. What are you? 24 pounder, 24 pounder. Superb. Let's get you both down this road. And Buckley's one. I don't think we're going to be using this route up, just because they look like they're in quite a good defensive position here. Normally defensive positions, you try to get around the back of them or into the side of them, but this looks like it curls quite far around. We'd have to be here, over here somewhere, before we could get these to route. And I'm not a fan of digging people out of defensive positions, so we'll just go straight through the middle. Try and avoid this. So up here or up here somewhere. We'll leave. We should really leave one unit on the point, or at least guarding the point. Hey, is that you? Yep. So this looks okay. There's a unit here that's marching backwards. There's a unit here that's isolated itself. These two are looking in on this. Let's just push forward a little bit here. Let's get out of range of Burbank. So he started the volley, but we just moved out of range, thankfully. These lot have turned around. Wow, yeah, there's a lot of cannon over here. Yep, bring you in here as well. Let's have infantry units start to fan out, and we'll wrap airs up. Holy balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was another one right here. Why has it suddenly decided to not be here? It was, I swear, yeah, it was right here. Right. That's going to be painful. However, they're on the skirmishers. They're on the skirmishers and firing into skirmishers that are in decent cover. Gives us a chance to keep them pinned down, keep them harassed, and switches their fire away from our bigger units. Got 2 more volleys. Get Petit down to about 100. Theirs is fleeing. That's fair enough. Let's push it then. And you move up as well. Let's have you fall back briefly. Denison and Berkeley, let's push you this way. Oh, here we go. was going to say that we have cannons and the like. It would appear so. We have 2 units of cannons and it looks like 3 units of horse. Let's get a horse moving, shall we? We can do a lot of damage with them. Let's get them moving down the road. Get them here just a little bit quicker. And Bristow, yep. And I think with my horse, I want to try and get around the back. I don't know if this is a defensive line here. If it's a defensive line with people in it or on it, then we'll probably turn around there and find another way around the back. Maybe right around the flank. If there's no one in here though, then we'll try and get around the back. I'm sure, because these guys are facing outwards, so I'm sure there'll be people here facing outwards as well. Almost, I don't know, maybe. We'll see when we get there. Anyway, we can do a lot, not a lot of damage, but we can do a lot of interrupting with these cav. And nope, this way. Nope, this way. That'll do. And Shayla as well. Get you on the road. I'm sure we're going to need you when the poop properly hits the fan. Go. You two need to run. Our skirmishers will be back. Right, a route on Fitzhugh. Hopefully we can get a route on Knapp as well. Maybe? Actually no, just take another shot at Fitzhugh. And then get yourself away. We can always move back into that location. Looks like these guys have been caught in 2 mines. They don't know whether to take out ransom skirmishers. They don't know whether to fall back, take out skirmishers, turn and face. And so at least Ayres is going to get caught out in the open. We'll have you fire at green. Let's get you in here as well. You fire into that, you fire into that. Ez is trying to look at Summers because Summers he's attempting to get around the back of him. Summers is the threat to him in terms of flanking. Right, eventually you're going to be needed there, so you might as well start rolling your way that way. You've all got orders. You've all got your orders. You should all be running. Could do with you going even further. If he's moving, he's not firing. Okay, now let's have both of you retreat out of that, whilst Buckley gets shots into the side of green. Hey skirmishers, let's get you down this wood line and try and illuminate what's here again. Some skirmishers back into this location. 2 loads of some skirmishers. And run some around the side. Go on, this should be an easy route. Hopefully, Simmons can get another volley away. I don't want airs reforming in this cover. That was crap. How is it skirmishes and you can only see that far? Also, horse. Go around. Here we go. Cheeky volley on nap and turn away. We'll move you a little bit further forward into that cover. We'll hop you across whilst green is otherwise engaged. Hey skirmishers. Actually, I'll use skirmishers. Just go run up to Adams. That's got to be a flank. I'm in cover here. So, who saw me to... I don't know what happened here. I don't know why we got shells incoming, but... oh well. Right, how is it that you lot are following the road and these lot are just monging out? Right, up that way. They may have entered the map after I did all this with the rest. And you. Anyone else lurking? Nope. No more lurking. Go. Now, hopefully these guys focus on Pickett, who's in cover, and not on Sims. If they tend to fire at Sims, then we'll pull him out. But I need to do cover 28, yeah. Oh, even the enemy do the little weird shuffling thing. Like it. Okay, you get yourself away. Now let's move you up. We'll roll these guys out of this cover and away. And by the time our cannons get into position, we should be able to blast these out of this cover. Use this area as our own. Roll the rest of our cannons up. And then we'll just slowly march away across open ground with cannon support behind us. Hopefully, that's the idea. Whether it works or not. You're firing, you're not firing. Let's try to get you in this gap. Hopefully they don't turn to focus you. And you shuffle up a bit. Ransom into the side of theirs. You were out here for far too long, not doing much. Should have moved him a little bit quicker. Oh well. What is this? Right, get yourself up that road. I'll decide what to do with you there. Can I interrupt another cannon? Let's go give it a go. You, move up. Denison, you can now get into a little bit of cover. After this one volley, fairly certain that Ez is going to run away. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yep, and now run straight into that cover, both of you. This infantry is leaving a lot of this this artillery very exposed. We would be foolish to not take advantage of this, even if it's even if we lose a few men. Alright, so they're on this position here. Alright, let's get you away then. One, two, three, four. Ransom stopped. It looks like he's lining up a shot. Yeah, on the wrong person. Balls. Oh well. Keep going. Looks like Green is vacating that position. Let's keep pressing up. Let's try and catch these cannon out in the open as their infantry support melts away. Nope. Fire at Knapp. You lot should be firing into Adams. You firing into Weed. Same with you. Let's have you marching away. Do we have anyone in? Yeah, we have some skirmishers. Colin, you come support. Who else do we have behind here? Yep, you move as well. And these guys are all... Nope, Shayla, I need you to continue up that road. And you. And you. I'd love to get shots on Knapp here, but Ross is obviously the priority. Don't want him getting past us, chasing these skirmishers. Nope. What are you doing? Facing that way. Right, I want you lot to melt away. And give an opportunity for Buckley to open up. Because he'll be blocked at the moment from anything in front of him. So Buckley, can you get into Adams? You can't. Can you get into Weed? Maybe not. If we can turn Ross here. We can't go around the side here. We open up our flank to Brook. Ooh. Right, once we're in these woods, we'll get everybody off their horses. We'll line up here, and we should be able to get shots into Cross if we can. Because it's in the flank or in the rear, we'll turn Cross away from this defensive position very quickly. Are our cannons up here yet? No, soon though. You move. Oh, this is nasty. He's starting to exit. Good cover there. No. Move yourself away. Pickett, I don't know what you're doing. Let's push Denison into the gap left by Pickett. Right away, excellent. I want you to follow, I want you through this gap, in behind, shots on Knapp, or weed. You move up to the edge of that cover. You as well. Is it worth pushing Buckley into this open area? It says we've got 17 minutes left, but that's a lie. I'm sure we'll have more time. I hope we have more time. And the rest of our dudes turned up. We can just have you just in that general direction. Might as well get you running as well. And Forest, go. Aye. Pub across the road from us has just started doing food, which is really good. I went in the other day, not expecting much, but it's actually really rather good. So we're off there for tea this evening. Anyway, cannons. This is why I wanted all the cannons in our first lump that entered the map, just because. I mean, we could stop here. We could stop in this wood and wait for our cannons to catch up. But when you've got infantry fleeing away and leaving cannons exposed, there's a bit in the back of my mind that's kicking me and saying you're not going to get an opportunity like this to eliminate cannons from the battlefield, push on, and at least squish them. Looks like they've taken on this defensive position. That'll be interesting for them. Yeah, push you up. Right, switch targets to weed. If nothing else, these guys are protecting the flank of Ransom. So. Can we get rounds on weed? We can. If you can, that means that Sams can as well. You pull yourself away. Got too close to Burbank. And we all now need to fire into green that's taken that defensive position. No, we should pull back now. Yep. They've pulled too far back, really. We'll turn green away and then we'll reform into this cover. Wait for the cannons. So you two pull back a little bit. No, not like that, silly. You just to there. You to there. You pull back into this space here. Let's pull you away from that contact. Let's get you away as well. Did you get turned away? No. You off yours, you off yours, and you off yours. And we'll wait for our own heavy ordnance to turn up. Let's get you lot in here. You to the edge of those woods. You as well. An ideal thing would be for them to try and take this defensive position in. defensive position again. It would open themselves up to quite the barrage. You go back to your unit. Nope. Price, you as well. And hey. Where are you going to? Nope. Even further. And tower. And the infantry. And all the infantry. Stokes, I've forgotten about you. Let's get you up this road. Oh, here we go. Yep. Hill and Simmons can engage as that will be shell fire. Okay. Next. Push them back. So we've got an hour and a half. Can't get down here. You're firing to cross. Yeah, about 80% cover. That'll be right. You're just behind. You and just behind as well. We can't use our cav like we usually would. Drive them into the centre of here to try to take out cannons would be suicide. We're just going to have to use them as and where and when we can. Alright, Ransom, you come back. We'll push Pickett out here. So we've got a definite first line infantry. And then behind them, the cannon. Why aren't you firing? Bristow, why aren't you firing? Fine, Stedman, you go fire. As long as someone's firing there at some point, then should be alright. Ooh, Kane's decided. Now we have the 24 pounders rolled up. These are firing shell into this defensive position. Plus we have the people. Plus we have the infantry firing into it as well. Or should have. Why are you not firing into that? Dunno. Oh, that was quick. However, I don't want you to be running after them quite so energetically. Essentially this is... they're facing this way. So we could get into the back of Brook. Right, you move up to the edge of that cover. You shuffle yourself a little bit further forward. A little bit more infantry. Yeah, a little more infantry is needed. You go back to your unit. In fact, all of these up. You go back to your units. That should be the rear of them, so they'll vacate that position as quickly as Cross did. However, we'll apply a little bit of pressure frontally. And let's start this move, I think. And cannons. Just there. And even more. I don't know why these aren't blocked from each other. They should all be blocked. But the rate of fire of three cab units, all firing carbines, this must be withering. Let's move forward and try to take out Couch. Or maybe not. We're gonna have to split off Picket there. Alright, did your job. Let's get you away. Who was it that came down here? Longstreet and Preston. Let's get you over here as well. We're going to have to be wary of them behind our lines. And let's push you up. So, second and third line. Let's at least get you into a position where you make sense. And supplies. Go. Oh, here we go. Can we get Cross back off this position? Hopefully. Nope. Fire at them. You fire at Fitzhugh. Shayla, you move forward. Price, you move forward as well. So we've got rid of, is it Adams there? Alright, press forward. And we've got rid of Cross as well. We'll send our cab in just to give 3 quick volleys worth. And they'll swing Simmers around this corner. Let's push you 3 into the gap that's opened up there. Because we've had to take into account Brooke being out on the flank. Yeah, that'll do. That will do. forward as well. Lieutenant General Joseph Kershaw is killed. That's unfortunate. Bring you down this way. We've got to get rid of Brooke. I can't have him just bimbling around behind our lines. Major General Chester Buckley is wounded. Oh well. How about you two move up? Along with you. And Hill. We want our 24 pounders in places that they can do the most damage. Howard's 9th Corps is also coming to defend Chancellorsville. 9th Corps. Where? Ah, we should have switched them as to be firing at Fitzhugh a lot earlier. I didn't know that he'd have access to them. That was a bit of a misplay. Charging with the horse. Another volley. We might be able to take them prisoner. If we do, fair enough. If we don't, we'll just round them from the battlefield. One would assume. Can't believe we let Fitzhugh go. Stark, let's push you forward as well. You three line up just a little bit better. Another line moved since I gave the orders, but do try to keep up. What's up, boy? Yeah, I know I started without you. Come on. Come on then. Well, I'm trying to. We'll just Brooke, just charge in there. There we go. You two over there. You down here just to finish off Brooke if it's required. Where have these come from? I don't remember seeing a Von Gilther. This might be where the enemy's filtering in. I know they're filtering from this position here as well. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, push yourselves just a little further forward. Yeah, it looks like they're coming in here. We'll try to take control of this cover if we can. Do I have any more cannons? Don't think I do. Let's push you up. Ransom, what are you playing about at? I don't like this line. It It doesn't please me. How have you let? Okay, Preston, you just sit on the banks of these rivers, on this river even. We'll split skirmishers off. Push them to this side. And you can lock down this guy. Our horse. We need you up here. You move forward. You move forward. 24 pounders move forward as well. And when you fall right in behind, just in case any of these rout. We no longer have numerical advantage. Don't think we had. Did we have numerical advantage before? I don't think we did. I don't think they did. Maybe. Anyway, carry on. Except the supply wagon. You lot run that way. Nope. You lot run that way. McClaws and Dennison, you can now take up this position here. Sales, who was in here? Whoever it was that was in here has now vacated. So, Ransom, this is, get yourself out there. Forrest, I need that space filled by you. Summers, you shuffle yourself just a little bit further down. Now hopefully these guys don't think to fire through the gap at our cannons. There we go, perfect. You shuffle your way up. Ayres, that was what was it? Ayres, that's the dude that was on this position. Stokes, you move up. Price and Shayla. Let's get you moved up as well. Ransom will pull you a little bit further back to make space for Shayla and Price. Pickett and Longstreet on into this location here, just in case anything more does come down this road. Studden, Bristow, and Brooke, I want you in behind if I can. If we can get the horse in behind, then maybe we can catch some of these cannons as they rout. Oh my word. Well. We might be able to get all the way around and snaffle some supply wagons. You lot over this way. You into the gap left by Forest. And we'll walk everyone slow. No, not that number. We'll walk everyone slowly forwards. Why? Why? No, just that way. Go. We'll shuffle our infantry forwards, then shuffle our cannon forward, then shuffle the infantry, and then the cannon, and we should be able to walk these guys all the way off the map. Oh. Well, sorry about that. Looks like these guys are going to try charging. So we won't move our cannon just yet. We'll allow them to charge into canister and shell. As long as we've got infantry behind to plug the gaps as and where they're needed. Oh, Forrest, what are you doing? No. No. Mm-mm. I thought the shuffling around thing had been fixed, but it would appear not. Let's try to get all the way around the back. Nope, fire at that. And you fire as well. Done. And McLean maybe? Yeah, there's no threats down here. In fact, you two will push this line out just a little bit. There's a cannon here that I'd like to expose, if we can. Hilt, you press up as well. Push forward and take out Fitzhugh if you can. Yeah, we're going to have to shore up this area. What do we have in reserve? Yeah, we've got infantry in reserve. Just there. Green's out in the open. Mahone is he's not quite in cover. We'll push him a little bit forward, just so that exchange is a little bit more favourable. You've been routed. Let's push these guys around the back if we can. And let's open up what's here. Exposed cannons. Let's take advantage of that. Also, time to shuffle our cannons forward. It looks like the first, as soon as you take the point, the enemy try to charge you up, back off it, they get mega aggressive. So we'd stood that first charge. It's time to shuffle the cannons forward now, whilst we have a bit of respite. Price, you move forward as well. And Shayla. And Stokes now. Not left any cannons behind, have we? The whole point of selecting cannons. You come back on this point. The whole point in selecting all our cannons for this fight was this reason. To have almost a creeping barrage so that they have to get through ball, and then they have to get through shell, and then they have to get through canister if they want to get anywhere close to us. You three. That. Oh, excellent. You turn off firing. Let's get all the way through. Try snaffle those supplies. So are you pushing up? And you now spin around because the threat is coming from another direction. Could do with some as falling back just a little bit. Maybe. Just into a bit of this cover. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's the worst that could happen. Supplies, let's get you away if we can. We'll see if we can pick these up. Breastway into these woods, Brook into these woods. Off your horses. Okay. How are we getting on? You should be firing at that. You two, you're going to get caught up on pushback. It's going to be the same story as this. Although, go for that. Yeah, so they're going to get tied up. We need to push Boyle and Al back around that side. Pick it. Take out cannons if you can. Why are you... Wow, horses are dumb. Right. Back into cover. I thought I'd be able to, as though they were maneuvering past us, trying to get to the supplies. I thought I could get Brook to fire into the flanks and turn a few away, so we could isolate one or two and squish them, but no. Back on your horse. We need to get away from Carroll. Nope, just fire that. And you. And you. Let's get you in that little gap there. I want you right behind. And you. Just so that if anything routes, we can push something in very quickly. Nelson Palmer, you take the place of Siegfried and Geddes. Yep, go around the side. You two go around. In fact, McLean, you come around the side and try sweep through these cannons. Oh, one's gone. You fire on... Nope, Dilger. Dilger. How are we going? Yeah, the supplies are not in a position where we can take them. I don't think. So, you firing. I didn't realise green was so close. We'll pull Grant back and around the side. And put Palmer into that space. Front line is holding firm. We'll get Sams and Forrest to move up in line with Sams number 2 and Tribute. You're already moving into the gap. Okay, these routing away should uncover. What I'm assuming is Weidrich. I think the German W is usually pronounced with a V. The rest of Meade's troops sighted, they are marching on River Road. River Road is this, I think. Or is it this? This. So we'll need to adapt to that. You towards the front line, you as well. Do you have anything spare? Not really. Wilcox, you move over this way as well. This should be a route. You keep them routing away if you can, and we'll uncover more and more cannons here, and we'll try to squish them the best as we can. You should be firing on them, as should you. This is all a bit of a mess up here. Let's go spy. I think he's coming down this road. We'll go see if we can snaffle some of his supplies. We'll hide you in there. And this is all a bit of a mess. You move into that gap when this descends into melee. Let's get rounds down on cannons. You move up, you move up. Cannons, why are you so far behind? I've obviously been neglecting you. Excellent. Another cannon gone. Is this the reinforcements? Did they come down this road? Or just down the river? Or did they get to this point and decide to cut across? I don't know. Let's get you around the edge. Grant is hanging out in the open. Let's push Palmer into this little gap here. Let's push you forward actually. Let's try to keep them out in the open. You fight. Let's get you into the back of Bushbeck. Let's clear them out so that we can extend this line further north. now he can open fire. And so can Mahone. You around the back as well. We're doing alright. It's not the cleanest of battles, however, another 13 minutes and we'll have sorted Chancellorsville on day one. Through that gap. You carry on, you carry on. The rest of you three concentrate on making a line hit. More cannons exposed. Breckenridge, Summers, Forest, Sims number 2, Buckley, you want to press up? No, you don't need this. You just move into that gap. And you into this one here. Hill and Stokes in behind them. You in behind as well. There's no point in leaving our cannons out the back. When you push up there, you push into a little bit of cover. A tiny bit of cover, and you in this gap. You're on the back, and you can go forward. You're flanked, so let's turn you ever so slightly. We should have access to cannon here soon. Soon, even. Is this not a thing yet? Let's get you into the back of these cavs. Let's try and spook them. Wait, what? I don't even get... Oh. Fine. Fine. Didn't even get a chance to just continue it. Which I don't know. I don't know if we would have continued for much longer than we were going for. No, I think we'd have, whilst they were still out in the open, I think we'd have continued to march the line up, blast them with cannon, march the line up, blast them with cannon, to the point where they ended up in this type of cover that they were in. I didn't want to push through this cover, but I just wanted to make sure that we were in cover and we weren't out on this road down here, and allow them to fire out of, what was it, 160% that you get in the forest in terms of cover. So still, numbers are alright. Victory on day one. We had, I know we, no, 2 died. 2 died. Didn't realise that I'd put 2 stars in charge of anything. Why can't these have been the one that died? I don't know. Anyway. Rescued 124-pound howitzer. Must have taken fire at some point. Probably when the line was shuffling around. Or maybe they got focused by a cannon on the other side. I don't know. But still, we did alright there, I think. Oh, come on. I don't think this is a long fight, so we'll blast straight into Salem Church. Yep. Okay. Okay. Right. Yeah, this isn't this isn't a long one at all. So some of you get yourself away. Let's check. You on the field. 24, 24. Price, get yourself away. So we've got 24 pounders. We'll bring you because your efficiency is pants. Yeah, you'll do. Desmond's alright, Hayes alright. Ransom must have lost or have someone wounded. Yeah, Buckley, you get yourself away as well. Pickett, not too bad. As long as the efficiency is still there. Okay. Alright, Tribune. I choose you. We'll get ourselves stacked up on this road, ready to rock, because we need to get to that church before they do. So they'll come from this direction. We'll want a defensive line kind of there, I think. So, you. To the point, and we'll decide what to do with you there. You, same again. And you. And the cannons. Why do these shuffle around? Every time I click it. Supplies, yeah, you might as well get up as well. And those. Any more? Why is it shuffle? Why, how the hell am I meant to know what orders I've given to what people if you just shuffle stuff around? We'll leave it at that. Whoever doesn't move, we'll get them to run as well. Whoever doesn't move, we'll sort out. Tribute, you don't look like you're moving in the right direction. Denison, you as well. Pickett, how did I miss so many people out? I know I gave orders to all the cannons. Yeah, I know it's bullshit. Go on, move yourself. That includes you, Hill. Everyone moving? Yep, everyone's limbered up. Good. Hopefully we'll get there before they emerge out of... I don't know what road they'll be coming down. Come on then. I'll speed up a little bit. So, no sign of anyone just yet. We've slowed down going through a few bits of wood here. We've still not been spotted by anything, which bodes well. Okay, Siegfried, let's get you just that. You three wanting these woods. Summers, I want next to Siegfried. Ransom. Again. In fact, pick it all the way through to that little copse. Tribute just there, and Denison kind of there. I will speed up a little bit as well. We have Hayes as the floater, I think. Well, let's detach skirmishers from Hayes and push him out. Try spot the enemy. Siegfried, what are you in? 93% cover, that'll do. No, don't shuffle yourself out of cover, you. Salem. You move that. You. That. They're going to move even further down, actually. Okay, so Hayes. This position here. Hill. This position just here. And Summers number 3, I think. Just there. So we've been spotted by somebody somewhere. Still can't get Siegfried in. Yeah, moving further down. Hopefully these skirmishers can hold up the enemy until we've sorted our life out. Oh wow, what cover you in there? 100% in the buildings, okay, fair enough. How are we looking? Ransom, split skirmishers off from you just to make sure that we don't get flanked. In fact, we might push them all the way around the back. Pick it. Same deal with you. That's decent cover, that's decent cover. As is that. Siegfried, yep, 100%. 82, that'll do. 82 again. That will do. Let's get you pulled away. And let's have you holding fire just for the time being. And you. There's no point in firing the 24 pounders whilst it's only at ball range. We might as well let them into about this area or about this area before we open up. Oh, even further. Go. Summons. Let's pull skirmishers from you and push them into these woods. And let's get you down this road. And we'll try to come out behind. I think the cannons are here. We'll soon find out. Okay, open up. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, go home. Hayes, I think we may need you. No, we'll leave you in the middle just for now. In fact, we might push Hayes up into his gap just to get a 2-on-1 on Bartlett, depending what Harris does. But anyway, so let's get your skirmishers around the back if we can. Yeah, these guys should be doing some good work already. Yep. Let's push you up here so that Harris doesn't get a flank onto Siegfried. I'll get you around the back. Denison, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you felt the need to move there. You're firing, yep. So there's one cannon. We've still not been spotted. There's a lot of people down here. Who are you firing at? There's no reload animation, there's nothing. You can see everybody, but you're just not firing at anyone. Yeah, how about we fire at something worthwhile? Like brown. Okay, let's try turning away, Neil. Okay, I'm back. We just want to keep them at arm's length. We don't want to get swamped. They have more than enough people in here to just melee in and wreck our day. That'd be a bad thing. Yep. 2. Wow, these are big cannon units. Send away Mr. Wheaton. Hayes, you drop back a little bit. We may not need you in this gap. We might push you down here, actually. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, okay. Get shots into Hahn and then fall back. Get these cannons moving, get them turned around. Between ransoms and picket skirmishers, we should be able to lock these down so they're not firing anymore. Yeah, these have all started to turn around to see if they can get shots on picket. Yeah, we'll get another volley off and then we'll retreat back into the woodlands. Take advantage of the cover bonus the skirmishers get. Need to switch fire now, as do you. Yep. Oh. These turned around a little quicker than I expected. You fire it to them. You fire into whatever is closest. Get to the edge of the woods. Push you into this gap. Yeah. We need to protect the Siegfried's flank. And you're firing to Tompkins. Well, they're definitely in shell range here of our 24 pounders. You can see that our 24 pounders are doing huge amounts of damage for very little return. Okay, you get yourselves away. Let's have another round off you, if we can. Yeah, this is all 24 pound damage, I think. Pretty much. You, carry on. You, carry on. You've even limbered up. Are you firing it? Yep. realise it'd still be turned towards us. Go and get your volley away. And back into the woods. You continue to pin down Paster if you can. Our cannons are firing at the right targets. Sometimes the cannons will follow a target back into the wilderness, and so they'll just stop firing. But no, they're switching targets, which is nice. Alright, so it looks like we've split 2 from the herd. Still facing skirmishers though. I don't mind our skirmishers dodging cannon fire. And let's keep these routing. Keep them moving. Once we've got rid of Tompkins and Paster, we'll turn our attentions to Hahn and McCarthy. You, go back. You, fire again. Right, these are turning to face. So we'll get back into a bit of cover. You shot some Paster. What is this? Get yourself away. Hayes, gonna need you down here. And let's keep these routing. We'll put you in these little houses. And we'll put Hayes on the end of this flank. In fact, Beckett, let's start moving you now. Right, up here. And you there. Go. Don't know where Grant is going. They have to take this. I don't know. I mean, the enemy now does try more flanking maneuvers, so fair enough. You fire into Paster and you carry on harassing Tompkins. You're into the side of Grant. Let's route him out from here. Hopefully he'll route back towards these woods. Nope. You carry on. You fire into Tompkins. mean, the skirmishers here are in good cover. They won't have taken many losses from that volley. However, Grant has exposed his rear to Hayes. He'll take about 2 of them volleys and then he'll rout. You keep close. You fire that. So, ooh, 114 deaths. Yeah, when you see this, when it's not volley fire, that means that the morale of that unit has dipped below 50%, and so they're not coherent enough to get proper volleys off. This volley from Hayes now will break Grant. If you see this from an enemy and you focus this, then you'll turn this unit quicker out of the line. There we go. We should be able to chase these down fairly effectively. You continue to fire on them. You continue to fire on Tompkins. And pick it or mop up. No. Let's not get dragged out of position. Just trying to chase kills. Go back to where we were. Wait for them to make the mistakes. You. Move up there. You. Round on Tompkins if you can. You might as well volley into beta. How's the line getting on? Not bad. Yeah, 24 pounders are going to end up with a load of experience from this. Take one more volley from Pickett and base is probably done. We can then all switch focus to Tompkins. You're back in cover? Yep. Get you into the flank. Again, why aren't you firing back? Don't know. How bizarre. Let's have you firing into... Actually, no one. Just... There is cannons there. It's a bit weird. You can't really zoom in on the... at all. You can't really zoom in enough to give accurate orders when things start stacking up in a corner, which is unfortunate. Let's have you pull away just a little bit. In fact, we'll push you through this gap here Grant will probably get to about hey, reorganize and try hit some skirmishers again. Right, let's get you down here. Also, let's go and square away those cannons, wherever they are, wherever they've moved to. No, the skirmishers. Let me click the Let me click the game. Skirmishers. There we go. Don't skirmishers from you because it gives us extra view range. My word. Just all of you, just end up down here. Go. There we go. What if we could get haze into these woods? We're gonna get a volley on Grant before the time runs out. Are we gonna have the opportunity to mop up here, or is it just gonna finish? Okay, right straight away. Hey, it looks like they're coming straight down. If we come in at an angle, nah, they're exhausted. All right, just sit there. Oh, we are going to be given the opportunity to mop everything up. That's superb. Supplies, get yourself away this way. Interesting. Alright, Simmons, let's get you set up. Well, that's not good. We're still firing this way. Yeah, get out of the river. Okay, so, Han, let's try and wipe him off the map. Who are you firing at? Yep. 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 Don't like being out in the open when there's cannons this close to us, but they seem to be aiming at the skirmishers. Even at skirmishers, even with canister, in pretty much full cover, they won't take many deaths from that. Fire into that, you fire into that, you volley into Han. That should be them done. Ooh. Hey skirmishers. How fortuitous. And the blue pip has turned back up. Let's go. Looks like he's turning a face. Pick it. Can't allow that. Okay, well, it's a route. Let's concentrate on Han then. Look at this. Look at all this blue. When you were trampling over the bodies of your own, wouldn't you think twice? They've got great range from here. I don't know how they're still getting rounds on. Same here. I don't know how this is happening. I don't know. Might be an update. You turn face McCartney. And Tribune, let's get you in here as well. Will no one rid me of this cannon? Cannons, how are you getting on? 977 kills, 1900 kills, 1700 kills. Yeah, done alright. They're still not showing up again. Let's try and push these guys out into the open. Continue to press. There you are. Can we get shots on McCartney? McCarthy, even? We can. Good. Yeah, this is a really bad place for them. So this isn't quite a flank, but I don't think they have the morale for full volley fire. Oh no, it was a lie. They do. Let's try to get around the back then. Or just run around the back of them until some skirmishers drops the morale. Yeah, you can tell the morale's dropped below 50% there. Another little turn, and then turn and face and fire. You, on the other hand, this isn't good. Alright, keep going. So we're starting to route Grant into the right direction. Bartlett still hasn't decided to fight, which is weird. Skirmishers. Get you. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So, 10 o'clock at night, everyone decided, no, enough's enough, let's all go home. So we did. Did really well there. We held a really good defensive position, and we had 24 pounders in very close support behind. So no unit's going to stand 24 pounder fire for too long, especially if that one unit is focused down by 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, Sams did well, as did Hayes and Hill. No one killed, no one wounded. We captured a load of pattern 1853s. Fair enough. I've got some supplies. Excellent. It's all extra money at the end of the day. So I think in... No, this is... This is the previous one combined, isn't it? So... Let's have a look. How many did we lose at Chancellorsville? 5,400. And then we lost a further 500. So we lost 6,000 all in all. And they were replaced by 10,000. So we are adding to this number. We'll grab economy. Also, we need to spend some of this. What do we get? James Pettigrew. Well, pick them up. It's always good to pick up the officers if they're there. Same with the armory. Now we've done, not the armory, the barracks. Now we've just finished a main battle. There should be some more in here. 1. Might as well get me hired. Also, we'll need one of these. Might as well splurge on the Richmonds. They're going to be relevant for a lot longer than the pattern 8053s are. Wow, that's lots of people to replace. But I will do all this in the break. I'll also pad out our forces. We've got 1 fight leading up to Gettysburg. Really? Just 1? Really? Yeah, there's nothing else hiding anywhere else. It's just 1 fight leading up to Gettysburg. Okay. Well, next will be Brandy Station on the lead up to Gettysburg. And so far we've got them down to 80 to 85,000. What do we get from here? Enemy armor size is not reduced. So if we do Brandy Station, we'll probably reduce this number by about 5%. It won't be too much, but it all counts. Well, Luckymarine, as always, you lot have been amazing. Join me next time for then. I'll get all these squared away and all this done by then. Also, shop has an extra 8 24 pounders. We might just add them 8 to the units that we already have. Just beef them up a little bit. I don't want to beef them up too much. I don't want them to get up to 20 like the Napoleons. But until then, until next time, do take care.